Is Bernie Sanders actually serious about confiscating money from Americans? Also, the plan out of Democrats to completely sidestep Kevin McCarthy on the debt ceiling. I have all the details and the latest drama out of Congress right here in the video, so let's get right into it. All right, now in this video, I do want to talk about that plan out of Democrats to completely sidestep Kevin McCarthy on the debt ceiling. As we do know, that is a pretty major issue right now. And then, of course, I do want to talk about the remarks out of Bernie Sanders just a couple days ago, where he now suggested the government should start confiscating money from Americans. Yes, that was a real thing. Let's get into it and talk through all the details. Now, I do want to start out by talking about this plan out of Democrats, like I said, to sidestep Kevin McCarthy. Now, we do know about a week and a half ago, Kevin McCarthy came out with his $4.8 trillion of tax savings over the next 10 years, with an increase of the debt ceiling by $1.5 trillion. Well, we do know that that passed through the House of Representatives. However, it likely has no fate in the Senate, and of course, the president has already indicated he will be vetoing it if it even gets to that point to his desk. Well, as a result of that, now Democrats are coming up with a plan where they can completely sidestep Kevin McCarthy with a discharge petition. Now, to be real with you, I didn't really know a whole lot about this when I came across it, so I did some additional research on this, and basically what it looks like is they would need all Democrats in the House of Representatives to sign on to this thing, and they would even need at least 5 Republicans to sign on to this thing as well, and then they could possibly sidestep everything in regards to Kevin McCarthy and his plan with this $1.5 trillion increase. So basically what they want to do with this discharge petition is basically just do a flat, all-out increase to the debt ceiling. Just plain old, nothing else, just an increase to the debt ceiling, nothing else like that. Now here's the thing as well. We heard just a couple days ago from the Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen, that we could potentially default here in this country as early as June 1st. Now, here's what's interesting. Obviously, we're a few days into May so far, so we're only 3 weeks away from June 1st. It's going to be here pretty fast, right? What's interesting about this is I've been reading a lot of information about this recently where many people are coming out suggesting this doesn't make sense, and what Janet Yellen here is saying just simply does not add up. Considering back on tax day, April 18th, they came out and said that they have $144 billion in the coffers of the Treasury. Well, they got $108 billion of tax revenues, bringing their coffers up to $252.5 billion of cash sitting in the Treasury. And they're basically saying, this doesn't add up. Here we are sitting right now in early May, and they basically say they're going to default here in 3 weeks. There's not a chance unless they start blowing money left and right and they start spending a whole bunch of money. It's just not adding up right now. So they're saying they actually believe that the actual default date here in the United States, as in when you could potentially fall into a default, as in they can't pay the bills anymore, is much further out than just June 1st, as Janet Yellen, the Treasury Secretary, is actually saying. Now, obviously, we don't have all the details of these exact numbers and what is really going on. But again, I pointed that out in a video maybe, 4 or 5 days ago, 3 days ago, something like that. I was out in a separate video and I said, the numbers don't add up here, right? I was simply saying that they just got a whole bunch of money. They got all this money from tax revenues. It's not really adding up. The default date should be out further than that. But that's what Janet Yellen is saying. So we should probably, kind of listen to it and say, okay, if she's the one that has, the ability to look into the accounts and has, kind of all the numbers there and everything, she should know what she's talking about. Well, then we should probably listen, right? So anyway, that is what they're now saying, and this is the plan out of Democrats. Of course, we will continue to watch this very closely. Now, one more thing I want to point out about this really fast, which is Kevin McCarthy, about 4 or 5 days or so ago, Kevin McCarthy came out and agreed to a meeting with the president on May 9th. So Biden and McCarthy will be meeting on May 9th to discuss all this. Good thing they pushed it out until May 9th, because if the insolvency date, or if the default date, I should say, is actually June 1st, why would they be waiting until June 9th? I don't know. To me, it would be like, if it is that urgent, why wouldn't they be expediting this meeting and meeting as soon as they possibly can, rather than putting some ambiguous date on the calendar out in the future, right? But again, that's just me. I guess I do things a little bit differently than what they do. But anyway, that's just what's going on with that really quick. Now again, I don't want to talk about the debt ceiling every single day. But I do want to keep you posted on this because this is kind of a hot button issue right now, and it's causing a lot of people to kind of get worried and kind of worked up with the whole situation because it's going to have a lot of negative implications in the event of a potential default here in this country. Either way, like I've said before, please don't worry about this right now. Let's give it a couple more weeks until we really need to start thinking, maybe they won't come together on a deal, right? But as of right now, it's all just a negotiation. They're doing it on purpose, as I've said many times before in other videos. Please don't lose sleep over this. They will come together on something, and if they don't, well, we're probably going to have much bigger issues to worry about, okay? Either way, I'll keep you posted on that. Next, let's take a minute here and talk about Bernie Sanders and how he's thinking we should start confiscating, as in we being the government, to confiscate Americans' money. Seriously, he said this, okay? I'd love to hear your opinion down below. Now, again, everybody has mixed opinions about this, and that's okay. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I'm never here to tell you what to do. I'm never here to tell you what to think or what to say, but rather I'm here to give you the information as I find it, okay? Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and I completely respect that. However, I would love to hear your opinion down below because there's a lot of mixed opinions on this one. Here's what Bernie Sanders is saying. He's saying that the federal government should confiscate any money that somebody has over $999 million. So basically, Bernie Sanders believes there should not be a single billionaire in the entire country, okay? As of right now again, it's been a little while since I looked at the numbers, but about 2,500 billionaires in the United States, according to what I've been, or actually, you know what? I'm not even sure if that's accurate. I apologize. I shouldn't have even said that. But again, there's not that many billionaires. Considering there's about 334 million people in the United States, there's not that many millionaires, maybe a couple thousand, okay? As a result of that, Bernie Sanders is suggesting there shouldn't be any billionaires. The United States government, the federal government, should confiscate all money, anything over $999 million, and he suggested they can live just fine on that. Well, okay, I agree. If somebody can't figure out how to live on $999 million, they have probably some other issues they should probably work out, okay? They should probably get maybe, I don't know, a professional on their team to help them manage all that money, right? But I'm sure that anybody with $999 million can probably find a way to survive and do just fine. But if they can't, more money is probably not going to solve their issue, right? If they can't figure it out on 999 million, they're not going to figure it out on 2 billion or 5 billion or 100 billion, right? But anyway, kind of interesting. So I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. What are the chances of this happening? Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked at all to see this happen at some point in the future. Now, I don't think this is going to happen in the next year or two, but I would not be shocked in the next 5, 7, 10, 15 years. I would not be shocked one bit if there is legislation passed that suggests there is no ability to become a billionaire in this country. I'm just saying, I would not be shocked at all to see that happen, but I don't think it would happen relatively soon. But at some point in the future, I would not be shocked one bit because that is kind of the direction that this country is going. And again, I'm not trying to make this into a political statement. I'm not saying that at all. If we look at the evidence, if we just clearly look at the evidence, what's going on in this country, this is where we're headed, okay? So I'm just saying, this is just what it's looking like. But again, that's my opinion, and that's okay. Who cares? Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows, right? But for the vast majority of us, the likelihood of becoming a billionaire or anybody amassing $999 million is like very, very slim, right? There's only a very teeny tiny percentage of the population that actually gets to that level. But anyway, I thought this was very interesting out of Bernie Sanders. But again, are we shocked? Nope. Are we shocked at all that Bernie Sanders said something like this? Not one bit. He has made it very clear before that he does not believe that anybody should have the ability to be a billionaire, right? He says, fine, make all the money. That's totally fine. But, you just don't need that much wealth. So anyway, that was very interesting. Make sure to leave your comment down below. I'd love to hear your opinion on that if you're interested in sharing. If not, that's totally fine too. I just always love to read through the comments because everybody has their own opinions. And again, it's always very interesting to read through the conversations down below as well. So anyway, hope this one helps you. But again, I will keep you posted with everything that's going on right now. Like I said, the latest drama coming out of Congress. We should come up with a soap opera type of name, right? It'd be pretty good. I don't know. Leave your comments down below. Do you think we should come up with a name for Congress because they're so good at drama? I don't know, I don't know. I had an idea, but I'll leave that out for right now. Anyway, hope this one helps you. Again, I'm here to keep you posted with anything going on right now. There's a lot of weird stuff that's happening. And again, I just want to keep you posted because at the end of the day, all of this is going to impact us in some way, shape, or form, especially the debt ceiling stuff. That's going to be very impactful if they don't come together on something. And even if they do come together, it will still impact us as well going forward, because it just means more debt here in this country that will never pay off. The debt in this country will never be paid off. It's not meant to be paid off. So anyway, enjoy your day. Hope you're doing well. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day and catch you again.